Nation. This is Dasken for Otaku House and Mochi Bytes. It's day 2 here at San Diego Comic-Con 2012. We're here at the DC booth, and we are here with a legend of legends among the video game world. It's someone that I know, you know. If you don't know, you're pretty lame. His name is Mr. Ed Boon, creator of Mortal Kombat, a million games that are the world known over. And today he has a game for us called Injustice Gods Among Us with all our DC favorites. So without further ado, here more to talk is Mr. Ed Boon. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Now, this game, I know that there was a Mortal Kombat versus DC game just a little while back, and did DC come to you saying, "Hey, we love the game, we want more fan service, and we want just our characters this time. Like, we want more special attention to our characters"? I mean, how did the origin of this game come about, and how long has it been in development?
Well, the game's been we've been talking about the game for almost a couple of years now, and but as far as DC didn't really approach us, and we didn't really approach DC. It was when when Warner Brothers came and acquired our team, it just seemed like a perfect match, you know, to have these great characters that are under the DC Warner umbrella, and us, you know, kind of having experience with fighting games. We thought it was just a good marriage of the two.
And before this, I mean, has been working on these games. Are you like full-fledged, super knowledgeable otaku fanboy of the DC world now? Are you just as much DC as you are Mortal Kombat?
Yes, well, I mean, me personally, I've been reading comic books since I was, 6 years old, and even more specifically is the Green Lantern, Flash, Batman were easily my favorite comic book characters. So this, for me personally, has been a great, I feel like there's certain inevitability with this.
I had a chance to demo the game just now. You're giving everyone a chance to play the characters that are out. It looks amazing. It looks really solid. How did you go about with the gameplay mechanics? Obviously, you've refined so many Mortal Kombat games. Is that what you're going into using as like a blueprint to how we want to do these kinds of epic moves with DC? What's the difference?
Actually,
Whoa! I'm really into the game. I want to punch Ed Boon myself.
Actually, no. Actually, we set out to not make a Mortal Kombat game. You know, our real goal was to give this game its own identity and really kind of separate it from Mortal Kombat. So there's a completely different button scheme, completely different blocking scheme. You know, this is much bigger in scale. It's a lot more epic kind of cinematic events, whereas Mortal Kombat was a little more tighter. This has multiple arenas and whatnot, so it's a very separate game from Mortal Kombat.
Well, that makes sense with all the different characters and these huge ranges and power schemes. And so tell us a bit about how did you get these characters to? I mean, I know that you're kind of keeping a secret, but what more can you tell us about how these characters, why are they fighting each other, and how they're able to stay on level with each other?
Yeah, you know, I think inevitably when you're going to have a bunch of heroes kind of fighting each other, everybody's going to ask the question, why are they fighting? Why would I want to play anybody other than Superman? And, you know, what is the story behind it? And all of that stuff we're going to be revealing over the next few months. We're really going to be giving you a deep understanding of, you know, why Superman hitting someone like Batman or Nightwing wouldn't just kill them. And why would they even be fighting? They're normally on the same side. So all of that stuff is going to be revealed over the next few months. The story is a very deep story, very kind of like with Mortal Kombat. We have a very rich story to kind of explain everything. And so all those answers will be coming in due time.
Great. And you picked an interesting look to the characters. I mean, it looks like a very contemporary DC look. How did that go about? I know you could choose like all kinds of ways to represent a character.
Yeah, you know, that's a really good point. You know, over the years, these characters have been represented in countless number of ways, countless classic ways. You know, the original comic books, the various animated shows, the movies, the games, you know, Arkham City and all that. And I think that this game, we really wanted to carve our own niche. You know, I think some people can look at it and maybe see some similarities with the New 52, but we're really trying to kind of carve our own niche and have yet our own kind of universe of DC characters.
Fantastic. And a little bit more about the gameplay. You have this thing called the wager. How does that work out, and how will it change the tide of battle?
Well, we're calling it the clash mode, and there's wagering involved in terms of your special super moves and the meters on the bottom. To be honest, it isn't completely fleshed out. You know, the game doesn't come out until 2013, so we have quite a bit of time. But this is kind of the first glimpse of it, and kind of how visually we'd like to represent it. But you know, how we're going to wire it in, we're still kind of messing with that.
Well, that's awesome. I think it'll really be a fun addition to gameplay, and the visuals look great. It feels like a really solid game. The punches feel very real. One last question: what kind of fish does Aquaman call on? Is it a shark or a whale? What?
Well, if Aquaman was in our game, we would probably think he would call the biggest fish in the world, and I think a whale is a mammal. I don't even know if it's a fish. So I don't want to get technical, but I
Touche. He just Googled me. He just made me look like an idiot. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ed Boon. Everyone, thank you for your time, and the game looks great. Everyone, keep a lookout for Injustice: Gods Among Us. It looks great.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.